This is the Datex Ohmeda S5 that we use here at Gottlieb Memorial Hospital. This is how the machine will look when you come in the morning. The screens are turned off. The first thing that you need to do in the morning is turn on the monitoring switch, which is here, indicated by the green light. That will turn on monitoring capabilities. The second switch down below here turns on the ventilator. Flip both of those switches on, let the machine warm up. While you're doing that, get a circuit. The circuits that we have here are all expandable. They're corrugated circuits with the bag. And they're expandable. The other thing in the morning that you need is the spirometry loop. The spirometry is a Lura-Lock adaptation here, which gets plugged in here. This samples CO2. The other two ends are non-Lura-Lock, and that actually samples gas. Your circuit itself is inspiratory and expiratory limbs hooked up securely. Hooked up to the spirometry loop securely. Then to your elbow with a filter, and finally would be your patient mask. Your bag will go on the end here. That lets you start your machine checkout. This system automatically defaults to a system checkout mode. It's highlighted here, complete checkout. In order to select this, all we do is push the green button. It will ask us, do we confirm that yes, we want a complete checkout? Again, we'll push the green button and confirm the checkout. This is a menu display. It will go through each avenue of the machine checkout for us, highlighted in blue. The first thing it asks us to do is check scavenging. Scavenging is pipelined in the back. I've already checked it to a vacuum container that's pipelined into the wall. That is our scavenging system. Now, next thing is patient circuit. We have put on a patient circuit. It will ask us to occlude the Y piece. This is the Y, right here. To occlude it, we actually connect it to the adapter that fits the Y piece right underneath our pop-off. We have occluded our Y piece. We can select that. It asks us to switch to auto. This is the same switch that we would switch if we were to mechanically ventilate our patient. We will switch the indicator to auto. The next step tells us to set our oxygen flow for 6 liters a minute. It can be more than 6 liters a minute, but the machine will not check out if it's less than 6 liters. The machine tells us now that it's checking fresh gas and oxygen supply. It tells us next to select air. On these machines, you must toggle switch between nitrous and air. So I have toggled over to air. The next menu indicator tells me to set the air for greater than 6 liters a minute. I'll get a digital readout right underneath air that tells me exactly what my liter per minute flow is. I have accomplished both of those steps, and now it tells me to close the flows. I'm going to shut my oxygen and air flows to off. Next, the indicator tells me to select nitrous. We must toggle switch back over from air to nitrous. It tells me to set my nitrous for greater than 6 liters per minute. This is testing the nitrous delivery system, it's testing the anesthetic agent, and it's testing the ventilator system. This checkerboard system here is a wait. So there is a pause here while this takes place. This portion of the checkout has been successfully passed. It's telling us now to close our nitrous flow. The next step will not automatically toggle switch over. It tells us to close our pop off, which we've done. Now we must manually push the select button. The next menu tells us to switch to manual. So we're going from automatic to manual. This is the second weight system during the test where it tells us the pressure testing for manual ventilation and for leakage in the system. The next checkerboard pattern that you get will be the second and last delay for the checkout. Tells us now to set our APL to 20, which we do here with this dial. Select, open it all the way, and now it's telling you that our system checkout is complete. It's asking us to check other components of the machine. Do we have suction? Yes. It is here on the side. It's working. It's set at maximum. I select that by pushing the green button. Do I have a CO2 absorber? The soda lime absorbers on this machine are here. There's a release lever right in the front. The soda lime has 4 feet on it. The back feet slip in first. The front feet are secured when you hear a click. That means your soda lime is in place. O2 reserve. Oxygen, air, and nitrous are all pipelined in these rooms. You must always check for tanks in the back and make sure that you have oxygen available in the back. These are our tank displays. So it is an expectation that you will always turn on your tanks and make sure that you have an oxygen source available if your pipeline were to fail. Our inspiratory, expiratory valves on the machines are here. If you have condensation on the valve, you can clean it out. You will see when the inspiratory and expiratory valves are working, when you see actually your patient ventilating, and make sure that they're put in securely. Our O2 flush button on the machine is here. It says O2, and you can hear the O2 flush. Our gas monitoring system, that's our spirometry loop that we have already hooked up with gas sampling outlets and a CO2 sampling outlet that are hooked up to our machine. And our checkout is complete. We're going back to our normal screen. This screen of the machine is intended for ventilation. We have our three fresh gas flows here. Our volatile is displayed here. At Gottlieb, we have 3 volatiles, desflurane, isoflurane, and sevoflurane. The vaporizers are in a handheld trigger that if you squeeze, you will release the vaporizer and you can switch. To install the vaporizer into the machine, make sure that it is installed until you hear a click, and it will tell you that the vaporizer has been securely attached by the readout here. Ventilator parameters can be changed just by selecting the corresponding buttons. I've already shown you how to dial in fresh gas flow. You must always have fresh gas flow before you can dial in a vapor. So we will add some oxygen. And to dial in the vapor is the silver dial here. And you can see the vapor that's being dialed in. This is the ventilator component. This is the monitoring component. This is pretty much a system where you have to play with it, but it's self-explanatory. We have 2 lead EKG, 5 lead EKG where we monitor lead 2, lead 5, blood pressure monitoring, pulse ox, airway pressures, and our gases that are here. Once you have done the machine checkout, you've assured that it's working properly, always make sure that you reattach your circuit securely back to your spirometry loop, that all your connections are tight, that your pop-off is open, that your bag is on, and then you're ready to bring in a patient. If you do a machine checkout once a day, which we typically do, you must always check the integrity of your circuit before you induce a patient. And that means occluding the circuit in some way, closing your pop-off, adding a fresh gas flow, and checking for the integrity of your system. The 3 vapors that we have here at Gottlieb, this is desflurane, sevoflurane is coded yellow, and isoflurane is coded purple. They all have squeeze handles on them that trigger into the machine and out. If your vapor level is running low, you will know that by the level indicator here on the machine, and you also have a visual level with a float on the vaporizer itself. We do not keep vapors in the room. They are in the anesthesia workroom. If your vaporizer is running low, the fill system is easy. Make sure you have the correct volatile for the correct vaporizer. You cannot cross fill. You can fill these vaporizers while a volatile is running. You do not need to shut the volatile off. What you do need to make sure is that the nose of the volatile is securely in the outlet for the vaporizer until you hear it click, and then you tilt upwards. You will see bubbles start to form so that you know the volatile is running into the machine. Be careful not to overfill the vaporizers. Come down, disconnect. There should not be spillage. The sevoflurane does not require a separate arm adapter to fill. It is also a nose adapter similar to desflurane and similar to isoflurane. So if your volatile is starting to run low, know that you will see it here on the machine, which has a level indicator, and you will see the flotation bob inside the vaporizer. Sevoflurane requires, that's an agent shut off and an insert cassette monitor. Push it until it clicks, and sevoflurane requires a lock adapter. So all you have to do is flip the switch to lock it in. This also gives you a visual level indicator. The machine will tell you also how much sevoflurane you actually have stored in the vaporizer.